Good morning, dear colleagues. I'm Bogdan, and I work in Bashkir State University and also in Ufa State Petroleum Technological University in a laboratory of monitoring climate change and carbon balance of ecosystems. One of our partners is Yangan-Tau UNESCO Global Geopark. It is located in junction of Europe and Asia in Ural Mountains. The name of our region is the Republic of Bashkortostan. Yangan-Tau UNESCO Global Geopark include site of carbon polygon of the Republic of Bashkortostan. And one key position in the Geopark activities is the implementation of Sustainable Development Goal number 13, taking urgent measures to combat climate change and its consequences. That's why there are climate change researching from 2019. Therefore, this territory was chosen as one site of carbon polygon of the Republic of Bashkortostan. The site is clustering and includes 3 areas with overgrown with birch and pine agricultural land. First of all, we analyze the climate conditions and dynamics of their changing. We have analyzed the data of long-term observation of the Do-1 meteorological station in period 1966-2019, as well as the periods 1961-1990 and 1981-2010. The basic characteristics of climatic variables are calculated and the significance of their variability is estimated. The value of the coefficient of determination was used to assess the contribution of the linear trend to the overall variability of the indicator and its statistical significance. The time analysis revealed that the almost of all months there is an increase in air temperature. Statistically significant trends were found in January, October, and for the year, as well as in March of the period of 1981-2010. The increase in area temperature also confirms the long-term course of its anomalies. The distribution shows that since the beginning of the 20th, the frequency of warm years and especially warm winters has been increasing. Trend analysis shows that the annual precipitation trends to increase in period 1966-2019. At the same time, considering the period of the basic norm of 1981-2010, the opposite trends is found, a decrease in the amount of precipitation. The amount of precipitation during the cold period was positive, statistically significant trends. The long-term course of anomalies of seasonal precipitation amounts is illustrated in this slide. The revealed trends of main climatic indicators collectively affected changes in the hydrothermal conditions of the Geopark territory. One of the widely used indicators is aridity index beta. Long-term dynamics of this index shows a tendency to increase, while summer conditions are shifting towards the greater aridity. The analysis of bioclimatical shows that the degree of comfort of the climate of the region. The effective temperature according to the missioner characterize bioclimatical conditions based on the influence of air temperature and relative humidity. The most indicative bioclimatic indices of the winter period are Azokin climate suavity index and Sapel wind cold index. Calculation have shown that the conditions of the warm period become more comfortable, which manifests itself both in the summer and autumn months. Winter conditions change from severely harsh to less severe. Trends of almost all indicates, trends of almost all indices are statistically significant. Whilst assessment of changes in bioclimatical factors revealed that there are steady increase in periods with more comfortable weather conditions. At the same time, the duration of the warm and summer periods increases, winter season become less severe. Unfortunately, there is not a single meteorological station on the territory of the Geopark. The Do-1 meteorological station is located 30 kilometers from the northern border of the Geopark. This is the border of Geopark. Therefore, we decided to use remote sensing data, namely Landsat images. Channels 10 and 11 of this satellite are thermal and allow you to build maps of distribution of surface temperature. Data from data loggers brands SAM-DT171 test and Virideport was used. This data loggers is temperature and humidity data loggers, and we use them for verifications in ground-based studies. Soil temperature has a significant impact of vegetation productivity. So we verified data from satellite images and data loggers placed in the soil. Packed in a container, the data logger has got into the soil to a depth at 15-20 centimeters. 5 sites were selected on the territory of Geopark. The data loggers were placed. 2 data loggers of different brands were placed in each site to adjust the results. Studies have not shown significant differences in measurements results of data loggers from different brands. The study began in November 2020. Every 6 months, data is downloaded from data loggers and batteries are replaced. Also, we analyzed 16 satellite images. Based on the data obtained from the images and data loggers, a regression analysis was carried out. Both entire range of annual results and seasonal results are analyzed. As can be seen in figure, during the year, there are correlation between results obtained by ground measurements and data from Landsat H images. At the same time, we analyzed the seasonal data, showed that there is no relationship between logger data and winter images, which explained by the sense of snow cover. The greatest relations was noted in autumn period. Based on data obtained, linear predictive model of relationship between data from Landsat satellite and the results of measurements by data loggers of soil temperature for the year and from the autumn period in particular is formulated. The vegetation changes were assessed using achieved Landsat satellite images 5, 7, 8 with resolution of 30 meters per pixel and Bing map satellite images 1 meter per pixel. The summer images of 1984 and 2020 were selected, which were subjected by radiometric calibration and atmospheric correction. The processing was performed using the ScanX image processor program. The images of 1984 and 2020 using automatic decryptions, it was found that in 1984, the area of agricultural land was 56.5 thousand hectares, and in 2020, this figure decreased by 66%. The overgrowth abandoned fields was also noted, which goes in two directions: overgrowing with forest and overgrowing with meadow vegetation. The reason is the terrain features and climatic conditions. The area of agricultural land overgrow with forest for 34 years is 12%. Meadow vegetation 55% of the area of fields in 1984. We believe that these areas may become carbon farms in future. One of the problems caused by climate change and affecting of vegetation of the Geo-Park is the infection disease, bacterial drospy of birch trees. For Geo-Park, this problem is very significant because birch forests occupy 40% of its area. The surge in morbidity occurred after an extremely hot and dry 2010. Areas of the forest that died from bacterial drospy of the birch trees as well were visualized in satellite images with high spatial resolution. Here the birch trees in June 2004. This is healthy birch trees, and here the trees which were affected by bacterial drospy. In this result of the disease in June 2014. We also we find areas with bacterial drospy of birch and add their location in geoinformational project. We also use data loggers for analyzing influence of soil temperature and humidity for distribution of bacterial drops of birch trees. So we put data loggers in healthy and sick birch forests. And as you see in this picture, the sick trees grow in more hot and dry areas. Of course, we are only on the start of the way of researching climate change influence in Yangan-Tau UNESCO Global Geo-Park. But we are very grateful for this opportunity, for participating in this conference and new experience of scientists from all over the world. We hope that we will collaborate and communicate with you for very important research on climate change. Thank you very much, and thank you for your attention.